What if you could turn $100 into something more today? Maybe even a substantial amount? Is it possible to catch the perfect trade every time, or do we have to settle for making the best out of what the market gives us? Today, I'm taking you along with me as I dive into the world of trading. I've done the analysis, picked out the most promising currency pairs, and chosen the indicators that should help guide my decisions. But can we rely solely on indicators, or is there something else that really makes a trade successful? Let's take a look together as we go through the strategy, one trade at a time. Ready to see how this plays out? Let's start trading. Let's dive into today's trading. I'm working with company stocks, and after analyzing the best assets with optimal movement and payouts, I've decided on a strategy that works well both with the trend and against it, even in flat markets. We'll use Bollinger Bands, period 13, deviation 2, a fractal, period 5 and 10. The overbought and oversold areas are set at 70 and 30. Today we'll focus on market analysis and finding the best entry points. I'll open the first position with half of my starting balance. Let's get started and find the best asset to trade. Here, I'll open a position to go long based on the current market trend. Let's highlight the working area. It's hard to say much about the oscillators due to weak volatility, but we need to focus on the RSI with a 5 serial. It touched the oversold area, and we can see that after this touch, the moving average tends to return to that area. Also, the lower Bollinger Band was touched, so I decided to open a position on the rise. Given the weak volatility and the fact that the trend has likely reached its maximum, it's safest to open a position on the rise. Unfortunately, as you saw at the last seconds, a small impulse occurred on this candle and the position closed in the red. So I'm opening an additional trade with the same logic as before. Let's watch the outcome. As you can see, the position closed confidently in the green. Great! Initially, I wanted to see this outcome when I opened the first trade, but no worries. I'll probably open the next positions with the maximum balance to secure a good profit. But I'll likely have no room for mistakes. Let's observe the movement and the entry conditions and maybe make adjustments. Let's continue and pick the next asset. Let's open a position here for a downward movement. I'm starting to notice a move out of the overbought zones on both oscillators, and previously there was a strong upward trend. A global structural maximum was updated, and there were many touches on the upper Bollinger Band. But let me remind you, you need to wait for that moment when you see the crossing of your oscillators either from the overbought or oversold zone. In our case, it's the overbought zone, so we can open the position for a downward move. It's simple. Let's see the result. The position closes in profit. Excellent. I will continue by opening the next position with the maximum balance. No room for error. Aiming for an even better profit. Let's continue and choose the next entry point. The entry point didn't take long, and here, as in the previous trade, we are opening a position against the trend direction. It follows the same logic as before. There were several touches of the upper Bollinger Band, but we open the position when we see the exit from the overbought area from top to bottom. Both moving averages showed a crossover, so we can open the position for a downward move. Everything is quite simple. Let's watch the result. And the position closes again in the plus. Excellent. We will continue by opening positions with the maximum amount. As you can see, we had two identical entry points, and the logic behind them was the same. Both positions closed in the plus without any issues. Let's continue and pick the next asset. Here we also open a position to sell, and there's no need to wait for both oscillators to cross into the overbought zone. In this case, just one oscillator with a period of 5 is enough. It's really simple. The entry is in the direction of the overall trend, which is downward, and we saw a correction in the dynamics. There were also several touches of the upper Bollinger Band, and at the key touch, we see an exit from the overbought zone on one of the oscillators. So, we open the position to sell. Let's watch the result. And the position also closes in profit. As a final step, let's open one more position with an amount of $475.00. Let's continue and choose the final asset. And let's open a position here for an upward move, although it's against the trend. I think an upward breakout should happen, of course. The volatility in the movement has significantly decreased, and I didn't pick the best entry for this trade, but I hope the breakout will still happen. Just 15 seconds ago, the movement was looking different, but now, of course, there are very strong downward volumes present. However, I hope the breakout will happen and my signal will be correct. And the position closes in profit in the last seconds. Excellent. It was a very tense moment, a very intense trade. I think we'll definitely finish today's trading process with this result. Let's secure the profit and proceed with the withdrawal. The total profit for today will be $843.00. The withdrawal operation is successfully processing. This is how today's trading went with the application of this indicator setup. As you can see, everything is quite simple. The most important thing is to correctly analyze the market and understand the movement on the charts, and then your indicators will give you perfect signals. Wishing you a good day and as many positive close trades as possible. As I click confirm and watch my withdrawal being processed, I can't help but think, did I really catch every detail in my analysis? Sure, the profit feels great, but what if the next trades take an unexpected turn? The market is always full of surprises, and while I may feel in control now, there's no guarantee that will last. What if there's a better strategy I haven't discovered yet, a way to improve even more? This isn't over. The journey of trading is constantly evolving, and who knows what new challenges or opportunities might arise. Stay tuned because the next move could be even more interesting.